Hello children, hope you all are doing good. We are meeting after a long time after you finish your tests. I know you all are waiting to know your marks, test marks. Yes, shortly you will be receiving it. We were studying about discussing on this chapter electricity, children. We discussed about the basic definitions of maybe electric current, potential difference, its units, voltage, etc. And we also discussed on the series and parallel combination of the resistors. So in today's class, we shall discuss the last topic left with this lesson. To explain that or to understand that, let us consider the example of various electric gadgets. Almost all the things which we use in our daily life requires this electricity, isn't it? Maybe your mobile phones, TV, fridge, refrigerator, your electric geyser, mixer, whatever it may be. Everything requires electricity for its working. So when it comes to this concept of electricity, mainly there are three effects which we can see due to this electricity. Due to electricity, we can see mainly the three effects of electric current. Which are they? Means first one is heating effect of electric current. Second one is magnetic effect of electric current. And third one is chemical effect of electric current. Under the electricity, as far as this applications of electric current or electricity is concerned, mainly we have three effects of electric current: heating effect, magnetic effect and the chemical effect. First is the heating effect of electric current. What is this heating effect of electric current means? As I said during the beginning, the various gadgets what we use today, the appliances what we use requires electricity for its working. Maybe the refrigerator, fridge, phone, whatever it is. So, as we all know, if at all the current is flowing through those appliances, when you switch it on, the current flowing through those appliances, from where do they come from? When you put those battery, the chemical effect takes place. The chemical effect of electric current takes place, which is in turn providing the energy, that is the potential difference or voltage, and making the electrons to flow. The potential difference or voltage is provided by the battery, where the chemical reaction is taking place in between the positive, the electrodes, that is positive and negative of the battery. That chemical effect is in turn is giving the potential difference or voltage and making the electrons to flow in the circuit or in the wire. So if the electrons are flowing, it is nothing but it constitutes the electric current. The flow of electrons constitutes the current. We know all this. So this energy, continuous energy is being supplied by the battery or the power supply what you are using here. For any electrical appliances you can consider. So here you might have experienced that if you put your cell phone for charging, after some time you may sense the heat. Your mobile gets heated up or even the charger gets heated up. If you use fan for the long time, the motor, if you touch the motor of the fan, it will be heated up. Even maybe the mixer or grinder, if you touch, children, you can sense the heat. When it has been working for a long time, you can sense the appliances getting heated up. Heating up means it is not that red hot, but you can sense the heat. Yes, no? So the energy which is being spent by this power supply or the battery to any electronic appliance you consider, the part of its energy is helping the appliance to work. Okay, maybe in case of fan, to rotate the fan. Maybe in case of refrigerator, to keep the things cool, to maintain the constant temperature there separately both in refrigerator and the other part of the fridge. Maybe in the washing machine to run the motor of the machine. Like that. In each case, children, the energy supplied by this battery or the power supply, as I said, is the part of its energy is used for the working of that electric appliance, whereas the other part of the energy is dissipated or it is put out as the heat. That is why you sense the heat in such electrical appliances. What is happening? The power supply or the battery is providing the potential difference, that is energy for any appliance or any gadget for its working. That and part of that energy is useful or used for the working of the appliances, whereas the other part of energy will be dissipated or it is left out, it has come out as the heat. Hence, as I said, you can sense the appliance is getting heat. If you can by touching, you can sense the heat. Maybe by continuously running the fan or fridge or electric motor, whatever it is. Even if you touch the back part of your side part of the fridge, you can sense the heat. Why? Because the part of the energy is being dissipated. What is this dissipated? Means something getting transferred from one form to another. Energy getting transferred from one form to another is called dissipation. So here energy is converted into heat energy. Hence they use the word dissipation. Okay, this is new word to you. You have it in your textbook, you can see. So part of the energy is being dissipated in heating the electrical appliances. This process or this effect is called as heating effect of electric current. So they may ask you, children, what is heating effect of electric current? How do you explain? Heating effect of electric current means whenever the energy is supplied to any appliances with the help of power supply or battery, part of the energy is being used for the working of the appliances, for the appliance to work, and other part of energy is expelled or dissipated in the form of heat in such appliances. This effect of heat, this effect of electric current is called heating effect of electric current. That is the topic you will be studying in this lesson. Next I said you the magnetic effect of electric current. That we will be discussing in the very next chapter, in the immediate chapter, children. Next we will be studying the magnetic effect of electric current chapter. No? Then you will study about this concept. You have heard of this motor, no? DC motors, AC motors, all that. So, this magnetic effect of electric current, the motor works on the principle of this magnetic effect of electric current. So, we will be studying about this motors, generators. All these comes under magnetic effect of electric current. The motor generates, all these works under the principle of this magnetic effect of electric current. Chemical effect of electric current is, best effect is the battery, what the working of the battery, what we studied. And one more you might have heard about this in chemistry, children. You had heard of this electroplating. Yes, no? Electroplating. Now you can see various silver ornaments which has been gold plated. Yes, no? So those are available in market these days. Silver jewels will be there or ornaments will be there, and that will be plated with gold, or even what they say, the artificial golden jewelry what you get, those are also, they are gold plated. They are not actually the gold, it is, the metal is not gold, but they are gold plated. That process is called electroplating, children. So it works on the principle of this chemical effect of electric current. So and as far as this application of electricity is concerned, there are three effects of electric current mainly, which are the heating effect of electric current, which is the thing which we are studying in this chapter. So you should exactly know what is a heating effect of electric current. Means when energy is being supplied by the battery or the power supply, part of the energy is spent for the appliance to work, whereas the other part of the energy is dissipated in the form of heat. This is called heating effect of electric current. Magnetic effect of electric current, it is the motor and the generators work on this principle of magnetic effect of electric current, which we will be studying in detail in the next chapter. Next is the chemical effect of electric current. Best example you can know is the electroplating. I already said you what is electroplating. So this is about heating effect of electric current. Now, for this heating effect of electric current, how much heat is spent or how much heat is produced, to find out that we have one formula, that is the last formula, and we shall study it now. How it is derived we shall study, children. Derivation not there, only if you remember the formula it is enough. Just in order to make you how we arrived at the formula, I am showing you the derivation. Now children, to understand this heating effect of electric current in a better way, I will consider this simple electric circuit and explain you. Now we have already understood what is heating effect of electric current. So now you all know, no? This is the basic electric circuit which we have learned. Positive of the battery, long line, negative of the battery. We have the plug key or the switch. Either way you can write as given in your textbook also. That is both are correct. We have the conducting wire. Let us consider this as the conductor. Okay. This is the conductor, and I have also mentioned the direction of flow of current. Current always flows from higher potential to lower potential, means from positive of the battery towards the negative of the battery. So now this, whenever you consider any conductor, children, it is any material is made up of atoms, correct? So this conductor what we have considered here also has its atoms in it. So when we connect this conductor to a battery and the plug key, and when we switch on the plug key, see now the plug key is open, switch is open, now I closed it. This is circuit is on, switched on, like that. So now when the potential, so we do not use the word when current is on or switch is on, we use the when potential is up, when potential difference or voltage is applied for this conductor, what happens? The current starts to flow. See, the current starts to flow from positive of the battery, that is the electrons are flowing. If we say current is flowing, it means that obviously the electrons are in motion. So this electrons, what will happen, will pass through this conductor. This electrons, when it enters the conductor, or the current when it enters the conductor, this electrons has to cross. So in which direction will the current flow? It passes through the conductor, again it comes in this direction and towards the negative of the battery. But now we are concentrating on what is happening inside the conductor. So let me draw the conductor separately here for you to make you understand it clearly. This is the conductor which we have connected to the battery. Fine. So these circles what I have drawn are nothing but the atoms of the conductor. So now when current is entering this conductor, the electrons are flowing inside the conductor. These electrons, children, they will collide with the atoms of the conductor. The electrons, when passing inside the conductor, it will collide with the atoms which are present in that conductor. So what happens? The energy, so in order to come out of the conductor and go back to the negative of the battery, it has to spend energy. What? These electrons are colliding or hitting with the atoms which are present in the conductor. So this, when they hit, some energy is produced, no, that is converted as the heat. Hence our appliances get heated up. What is happening? Any appliance you take, it is made up of, any substance is made up of atoms. We know that. When current or potential difference or voltage is passed to that appliances, the electrons will interact or collide with the atoms of the material. In case of the example we have considered, where it is hitting with the atoms of the conductor. When the thing happens, what happens? The heat energy is produced. This effect of electric current is called heating effect of electric current. So, but this I have explained only in order to make you understand the concept how this heat is produced. So, these electrons have to overcome the resistance. It has to overcome the resistance, means it has to cross all the atoms and finally come out and come back to the negative of the battery. So, when these electrons collide with the atoms of any conductor here or any material, what happens? The heat energy is produced. Hence, we can sense the heat in the electric appliances. That is what we mean by what we studied in case of the actual definition. When energy is supplied, part of the energy is used for the working of the appliances, whereas other part of energy is dissipated as the heat energy. You know the conversion of energies. No, yes, when you switch on to switch on the electric bulb, what you do is we switch on the bulb. What happens? The current is flowing through the bulb now, through the wire to the bulb. So this electrical energy is converted into light energy. The light will glow on when you switch it on. The light will glow. So electrical energy is converted into Light energy. If you switch on any bulb for a long time, what happens? If you touch the bulb, it will be heated, it will be hot. Yes, no, why? Because of this, that is heating effect of electric current. So here again the light energy is converted into heat energy, children. That is what will happen in all the appliances. In other words, we tell part of the energy is expelled or dissipated as the heat. That is heating effect of electric current. Hope you are clear with the concept. Now let us derive it the formula for electric current. Now we already know this formula, no children. Charge Q. How do you calculate? It is a product of current into time. Q is equal to I into T. And we know here the work done is V into Q. These are the two formulas which we have already studied. So I am using these two formulas now. Q is equal to I into T. W is equal to V into Q. Here the work done W in this formula is nothing but the heat energy produced. So work done is producing heat. So what I do is I replace this term W by H in my next step, and this V I will write as it is in place of Q, children. W is equal to V into Q. In place of V I am writing V as it is. In place of Q I am substituting the product I into T. Hope you are clear with it. These two formulas we considered. Work done is nothing but is equal to the heat energy spent. If you are doing some work, yes, no, even your body gets heated up. Yes, no, your temperature will increase. If I ask you to run for some time, what happens? You feel hot. Yes, so work done is heat energy, like that we are taking here. So I am replacing W by H. In this RHS V into Q, this V I am writing as it is. Q I am replacing from this formula as product of I into T. Next step what we do is H as it is. We all know Ohm's law, no? What is Ohm's law? V is equal to I into R is the mathematical form. So let us substitute this my Ohm's law. In place of V, I will write it as the product of I into R. And by Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. This I into T, I will write as it is. Next step, children. H is equal to, see, I have twice. I into I square. Remaining terms R into T. H is equal to I square R into T is the formula which is used to find out the heat energy dissipated by any appliance or any substance. H is equal to I square RT is the formula, children. This heating effect of electric current and this formula is also called the Joule's law of heating. This is very, very important, children. This law, state Joule's law of heating or write the mathematical form of Joule's law of heating and explain the terms. These are repeatedly asked questions, so you should know. State Joule's law of heating means it is nothing but the heating effect of electric current, and you will write the statement. Mathematical form means this is the formula, and you have various numericals also on this formula. They may ask you to find out the current, resistance, time, etc. H is equal to I square RT is the formula. So here how do you find out the heat energy produced by any appliances? Means it is defined as the product of current into the product of square of the current into resistance into time gives the heat energy. So this is the formula, and this is also called Joule's law of heating or Joule's law of heating. Either way you can tell, Joule's law of heating. This derivation part is not there, children. Just to make you understand how we are arriving at this part, I use this. This is just arrived from the formula which we already know. One formula is Q is equal to I into T, next is W is equal to V into Q, next is Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. If you substitute, you will arrive at the Joule's law of heating, that is H is equal to I square into R into T. So this is about the heating effect of electric current. In the chapter 110, you have this heating effect of electric current in your textbook, children. See here. Yes, see here they are given. We know that a battery or a cell is a source of electrical energy. Yes, of course. The chemical reaction within the cell generates the potential difference between its two terminals that sets the electrons in motion for the flow of current through a resistor or a system of resistors connected to a battery. So we have also seen that to maintain the current, the source has to keep spending its energy. Where does this energy go? See, a part of the source energy in maintaining the current may be consumed into the source, into the useful work. Maybe they have given the example here, like in rotating the blades of an electric fan. So, some part of the energy may be used in rotation of the blades of the electric fan. Rest of the source of energy may be expended in the heat to raise the temperature of the gadget. We often observe this in our daily life. For example, an electric fan becomes warm if used continuously for longer time, etc. I gave you many other examples as well. On the other hand, if the electrical circuit is purely resistive, that is a configuration of resistors only connected to a battery, the source energy continually gets dissipated entirely in the form of heat. This is known as heating effect of electric current. You have the definition here. See, part of the energy in doing the work, maybe to maintain the current in the circuit, and part of the energy is spent as in the form of heat. See here, on other hand, if the electrical circuit is purely resistive means it is having high opposition to the flow of current. So, if at all, best example here, let me read before that. See, they have given, on other hand, if the electric circuit is purely resistive, that is, the configuration of resistors only connected to a battery. If only resistor, here we connected the conductor, you can connect the bulb as well. See, if you connect the bulb also, the current flowing, the electrical energy is converted into light energy, the bulb will glow. And if you switch on the bulb for a long time, what happens? The bulb gets heated up, that is light energy is again converted into heat energy. Alva. Hagene, here also, see, in place of this conductor or bulb, if you just connected the resistor or combination of resistor, maybe in series or parallel, what will happen? They said the circuit is purely resistive, means only resistor is connected to the battery and the plug key. What will happen means, that is configuration of resistors only connected to a battery, the source energy continually get dissipated entirely in the form of heat. What will happen? Here, the appliance is a bulb. If you connect, yes, the energy is used for the glowing the bulb. But if you connect only resistor, what happens? Its work is to resist, to stop the flow of current or to obstruct the flow of current. In that case, this energy means the current what is going, it will completely be spent as the dissipated as the in the form of heat energy. This is known as heating effect of electric current. If the circuit is purely resistive, means only resistor is connected, then the complete current what you spend or what you apply or what you supply is completely spent in order to heat, means spent as the heat energy, and this is known as the heating effect of electric current. This effect is utilized in devices such as electric heater, electric iron, etc. See, we have given examples now, children, you may neglect electric heater, electric iron, okay. But in few application based questions, they ask electric heater or electric iron works on what principle of electric current, means you should be able to tell, that is the effects, works on the heating effect of electric current, like that it is. So, next paragraph, they have arrived at the formula H is equal to I square into RT. As I said, no need of derivation. H is equal to I square into RT. That is the formula you have. This is known as the Joule's law or Joule's law of heating. The law implies that heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional to square of the current for a given resistance, directly proportional to resistance of a current, and directly proportional to the time for which the current flows through the resistor. So, they are telling the formula in the sentence form. So, you know, if no terms are there in the denominator, only like this numerator you have, means you know it is directly proportional. Yes, no? So, heat energy is directly proportional to square of the current, to the directly proportional to resistance, and directly proportional to the time for which the current is flowing through the circuit. That is what they tell. So, this is known as Joule's law of heating, and on what factors it depends, means it depends directly on the square of the current, resistance, directly proportional to square of the current, directly proportional to resistance, and directly proportional to the time for which the current flows through the resistors. In practical situation, when an electric appliance is connected to a known voltage source, equation 12.21 is used after calculating the current through it using the relation I is equal to V by R. That I will teach you. Means What they mean here is, if current is asked, how the formula changes. If resistance is asked, how the formula changes, like that. That manipulation and all I can teach here. So this is about the heating effect of electric current, children. Next, you have the two exemplar problems based on this. Exemplar problems are very easy based on this formula. So let us solve it.